Safety top of mind, please. Keep the water coming. Take breaks in the AC. Look before you lock. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore at the Weather Channel.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station. The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers.
The following program is paid for by Tim Fletcher.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? This is the Tim Fletcher Show on 103.3 FM, 1130 The Tiger in Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana. Yes, sir. Whoop, whoop. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we're also on 103.3 FM, 1420 The Goat in Lafayette, Louisiana. Good morning, Don Key. How are you doing, our wonderful, fantastic, kind of horribly confused goat? Just doesn't really know what's going on, man. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's a little Dirtfoot you hear in the background. Love those boys. They're the best. Absolutely. Not sure if you guys are also aware of this. This is why we tell you these things. Did you know you can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline? You can. 318-725-5945. 318-RALLY-45.
Hello.
Hello, Joe. How you doing, buddy?
We're coming.
Where you going?
We're coming. And we ain't backing down.
You know what I can count on? Coach O's never backing down, buddy.
We're coming. We're coming. And we ain't backing down. Hello.
Mudbugshockey.com, 318. He's still wandering around out there. 318-636-7094. 318-636-7094. Mudbugshockey.com. Get in touch with the Bugs for season tickets. And, of course, if your business wants to be a part of the on-ice presentation, they got a spot for you. Did you know you can text us on the Live Oak Environmental text line? Guy-Pile, 318-489-7453. Brought to you by Live Oak Environmental, liveoakenv.com, 318-230-7125. Look, if your dumpster service is with Live Oak, you know what I'm talking about here, so you can, talk amongst yourselves if you want to. But here's the dealio. If you don't have the Live Oak logo on your dumpster, then that's just trash. Get with the good guys, the nice guys. They're going to save you money kind of guys. They give you better service kind of folks. Live Oak Environmental, the Walters crew started off over there. Bossier Parish taking care of all of the 318 in northwest Louisiana. LiveOakENV.com, 318-230-7125, 318-230-7125. The early riser portion of our show Brought to you by Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. They've got you covered when it comes to head-to-toe coverage, literally, of your young football player. If little Sally, little Johnny's getting out there for the very first time, you want to make sure they are taken care of in the best way possible with a true professional fit from the good folks over at Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. My friends, we are all over social media. That's how cool and calm and collected we are. Oh, the kids dig us because they know they wish their parents were just like me and Rogers. Not at home right now. Absolutely. That's right. Oh, my gosh. There is no advice tape coming from me today. In any aspect. Parenting, you name it. But, buddy, we're on the X. At Fletcher Worldwide, at Fletcher Show, at Hey Boy Rogers, and at A Hester 32. And we have a fourth member of our little crew that hangs out with us. He hangs out down the hall. But he pops in here, and he handles the producing and the board op and kind of like, sounding board co-host with our afternoon show, Off Center with Colvin. That is an outstanding endeavor. Check it out between 4 and 5, leading up to Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben. Yay! But the guy who's pushing the buttons is our guy who's the godfather of GeekCon. You know him. We love him. At Greg Adams. You suck. You're the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst. I don't even know how you got in. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Trying to get back on the positive train here, Raj. And we stream the show live on the Tim Fletcher Show Facebook page, the Tim Fletcher Show YouTube channel, and for some reason today, it's showing that it's still Wednesday. It's not. It's Thursday because I'm wearing my Simpsons City Champs T-shirt. Yeah, you are. So, I don't know. It's in Technicolor sound and Panavision audio, though, I'll tell you that much. It's Greg Adams' fault. Boo! You and I both know that, but we're trying to get the guy some support, Raj, but sometimes I want to boo him.
Hey, he used the camera last.
He did. True. Very true. So, I'm kind of curious if you guys are aware that after the show is over, we will upload each and every single hour of this show. Oh, just thinking about it, what we got to do after the show, Roger, makes me tired. We will push each hour individually that we have wrapped up, recorded, boxed up, put in a tortoiseshell covering, and we will shove it up into the potosphere. Won't even see it coming sometimes. So that way, whenever you want to dial in and listen to a portion of the program that you may have missed, you got it right there wherever your podcasts are found. By hook or crook, buddy, we got you. We got you. Time now to get this party started. Oh, buddy. Your SEC update is the way we get this show started every single day. And it is provided to you through a paid advertisement from Bo Harris Wealth Management. I can speak personally how easy it is to chat with Bo about your financial situation, goals, aspirations, everything that you can think of. Going over it with Bo just felt, I was talking to a buddy of mine about a situation, and you know more about it than I do, so why don't you try to help me out, and I'll do the same if I could do there's something I could do better than you. Just a good little relationship. And that's what you get when you call Bo Harris. 318-670-3101, 318-670-3101. Start making your way down that path to your financial goals that you have had in your brain but just need to verbalize and get it locked in. Bo Harris Wealth Management bringing you the SEC update. Major League Baseball draft is now 3 days away, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so the fine folks over at D1 Baseball have kind of locked in their top 250 college baseball prospects that will more than likely hear their name called. And as you can imagine, there are several SEC performers that you have heard their names over the last 2-3 years and are thinking, good riddance. Please don't come back. For instance, the 45th best prospect out of Arkansas, shortstop Camden Coziel. Kind of a subpar season for him this year, but he's got the tools, as they say. Number 36 prospect out of Texas A&M, Caden Sorrell. Jake Brown, LSU outfielder, 35. Texas catcher Carson Tenney at 32, and that's kind of weird because looked at another ranking of the players yesterday. They had Carson Tenney of Texas among the top 10 players and the number 2 catcher. And so it's an interesting position this year in the draft. Texas outfielder Aiden Robbins at number 29. Ole Miss right-hander Taylor Rabe at 27. Arkansas righty Carson Wiggins is at number 26. Auburn second baseman Chris Rimbert is the 24th ranked college prospect. Gavin Grahovac, who seems like he was at Texas A&M for about 10 years, third baseman, 20th best prospect. Mississippi State third baseman Ace Reese is the number 17. Shortstop Justin LeBron of Alabama at 16. He's that kid that had all the tools, and he just, like it was like an Everclear song, Roger, just never kicks in. Like it's so good.
Wow.
But it's just like, man, why didn't y'all have like just a little Eddie Van Halen kind of rip right here? Something that, like, just like they were stuck in third gear. That seemed like that what Justin LeBron's college career was. It was great, but boy, it feels like it could have been even better. He's got everything you're looking for, though. Tegan Coons, right-hander for Tennessee, is the 15th best prospect. Liam Peterson, Florida right-hander, 14th. Arkansas left-hander Hunter Dietz is 13th, and I've seen his name kind of tossed around the top 10, as have I seen Cade Townsend, right-hander for Ole Miss, is the 11th best prospect. Derek Curiel. You know, Raj, Curiel is kind of like Darius Acuff to me. Like, dude, how do you watch this kid and not think that he might be the best player in the draft? He does everything well. He can hit for power. He can steal bases. He's a slick fielder. He's a hard worker, consummate teammate. I mean, whomever gets him, if he lasts until the 9th pick, is getting a steal. That kid just, I don't know, he just feels like a major leaguer already. Georgia catcher Daniel Jackson, who was named the Golden Spikes Award winner, I believe, wasn't he, Raj? Is the 8th best prospect. Ahead of him is Arkansas catcher Ryder Helfrich, and that's the weird thing. Like I said, I saw Tenney of Texas as the 2nd best behind Jackson, and Helfrich wasn't even the 3rd best catcher. And now here he's considered the 2nd best catcher. I don't get it. But he's good. Chris Hakopian, Texas A&M second baseman, is the 6th best prospect. Kentucky shortstop Tyler Bell is the 4th best prospect, and he's one of those names that you probably don't remember as well from the regular season as others because Kentucky didn't do as hot, but he also wasn't that highly rated of a prospect heading into the season. But he is the highest rated SEC prospect heading into Saturday's Major League Baseball draft. The SEC, by the way, has 39 prospects ranked inside the top 100. The ACC is second with 24. The Big 12 has 17. And Arkansas is tied with North Carolina and UCLA with 6 prospects each in the top 100. Georgia and Georgia Tech have 5 apiece. And that, my friends, is your SEC update brought to you by Bo Harris Wealth Management. Bo Harris is a super duper good dude. and he would love to talk about your financial goals and how to get there. Give him a call, 318-670-3101. Bo Harris is a certified financial planner, CFP, certified investment management analyst, SEMA. Securities offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Bo Harris Wealth Management of Conservative Financial is a separate entity from WFAFN. Call Bo, 318-670-3101. You'll find him at 223 Fannin in downtown Shreveport and online at boharriswm.com. The man who puts the M in, hey, ma'am. Rogers, hey, ma'am, Bone Hampton.
Hey, boy. Happy Friday Eve, Timothy Fletcher.
Oh, dude, it is Thursday.
I know. My days were so messed up.
That's awesome.
The only reason I got centered was because hump
Centered.
day and I saw McCoy.
Yeah.
So, all right, it's Wednesday.
Yeah. You got to see that all day.
I got to see it all damn
And
day.
he doesn't charge you a dime for
No.
that, does he?
I just need to turn my head left a little, and there's that big sack of sugar sitting right over there, baby.
Oh, gosh. Woo! I thought, I can't reach the dump button, Raj, from where I am, and I don't know if you were going to do it or not. And so I thought, well, that wraps up the show, boys and girls. But you went with sugar, and that's good. That's really nice.
Lafayette, thanks for listening.
So, nice one.
We now go to the Fox Morning Show.
Exactly. Hambone, how was your Wednesday, buddy?
You know what? I chilled.
Just chillaxed.
I chilled, man. I just chilled, man. Watched my soap opera because one of our main guys might be dying, so I had to kind of watch that one.
Is Jack really on death's
He's still
door?
unconscious. He made it
Wow.
through. He made it through surgery after the knife attack, but he's still unconscious and he lost a lot of blood and they're worried about brain damage.
Oh, well, I wonder as well. He'll probably have a little amnesia, Raj.
Because right now his wife is being charged with the stabbing, but she didn't do it.
No, it's his...
But if he doesn't wake up and say that it wasn't him and it was the Patty girl, then the wife has already been charged with attempted murder.
And what if he doesn't make it?
She goes to jail, he dies.
And then she'll be charged with murder.
The lady gets all his stuff. The bad lady gets all the good stuff.
Holy moly, Raj, that sounds like... Why?
And when the show ended yesterday, the bad lady had dressed up like a nurse and snuck into his room
Oh,
and
boy.
was pulling out the old syringe needle and was about to put some poison in his IV when the show ended.
Wow.
And-
Boy, you buried the lead there, buddy.
Well, here's the deal. Why we know now why security guards are security guards. Because the Abbotts hired a personal security guard to stand outside that door.
Right.
And he looked like he about mid-30s.
Yeah.
A little gray on the side,
Okay.
bowed up.
Sound like you're
I
describing
mean,
me,
nobody's
but
getting
okay.
in that door to Jack Abbott.
Right.
So
What are they going to do to
the
Abbott?
girl,
gonna-
they jacked Abbott. They really did.
Yeah.
So the girl that stabbed him, dressed like a nurse, she thinks she's just going to bebop in. She rounds the corner and sees old Muscle Boy standing there with his little security thing on.
Right.
And so she has to stand there and wait. And she's like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, security boy decides to go into the waiting room and pull out a little cup of one of those little cups from the water.
Yeah.
And proceeds to take as long as I've ever seen to fill up a little cup of white
We got
water.
a water cooler right here. We see literally
Yes.
people fill up.
I mean,
the
I'm
cups,
talking a cup that
right,
one of
like a
those.
Dixie cup.
So he stands there, for some reason, turns his back away from the door he was standing in front of, and slowly sips the water. Doesn't take one big gulp. He's like I'm really going to enjoy this. Like this is the last
How long
water
does it
on
take
earth.
the bad lady to sneak in there?
Then she snuck right past
Right.
him while he was enjoying his refreshing water. She snuck in and held him and, sorry, it has to end this way, Jack, but you can't wake up. And then she pulls out the needle and she does the little squirt thing.
Yeah.
And she's about to put it in the IV, and that's when the show ends. So either he's about to get, or that security go, hey, what you doing here there?
Something's got to give. Jack's a biggie.
But
That's
now that I know the
enormous.
denseness of the security guard, he's going to see the lady dressed as a nurse and just think she's a nurse.
Right. Why would he be alone?
Because that's why he's a security guard, not an actual law enforcement
the
officer.
only thing that's going to happen here, Raj, is perhaps a real nurse shows up and he says, hey, I just saw you go back past there. Who? Well, if you're the nurse, then who's in there?
I think what's going to happen is right before she does that, Jack opens his eyes and maybe grabs her hand
Oh.
You know what I mean? While she's about to do it, he opens up and grabs it and struggles. Then the security guard finally, I guess I better get back to my post. And then goes in there and sees the guy that's got the oxygen in his nose and a knife wound in his belly, fighting a nurse and trying to stab him with a syringe.
That could be it, too. Okay.
So I'm looking forward to today.
That's a big one.
We might have to just order some for fuzzies and have it delivered.
It's not a bad. Hey, that's
because
always,
it
that's
ended.
a
That's
great
exactly how it ended. She was about to strychnine, whatever, was about to IV him. And since I've been in that situation a couple times this year, you really are kind of nothing you can do. Somebody just wanted to come right up in and stick something in that syringe while you're all IV'd up and
toast.
You're done.
And this is Genoa City?
Yes.
Could you imagine what the Genoa City Advocate, they have to have 5, 6, 7 news beat reporters just to follow the Abbotts.
Well, the Newmans and Abbotts both have
Newmans.
Communication companies. So they both have social media platforms.
But I'm talking about hard-nosed journalism.
Well, that's what they think they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about those juicy stories right there. You
Yeah.
got the CEO of one of the mega conglomerates has been stabbed and is at death's door by his
and nobody knows.
Estranged wife.
And this is so dramatic.
That's a headline news. Imagine if that happened here in Shreveport.
Oh, absolutely.
The Advocate would have all
and
over
it
the
is
place.
so dramatic that the other big story is Victor Newman's wife, Nikki.
Oh, she got the brain.
She got the mass cut out of her brain,
Right.
but she's got the 2 patches on her eyes, and she's at home. So we don't know yet if she's going to get her sight back.
Well, why didn't
So
they-
that is so dramatic, but the jack stabbing, when you get jack stabbed, that takes precedent.
Yeah.
So poor Nikki losing her eyesight and having a brain tumor and a mass on her eye, getting taken
her best
out.
friend, Jack.
Yeah, they're best friends, and neither one of them know that each other's in terrible danger.
Wow. Maybe they're going to have some kind of mind melt, and have some kind of thing where she's like, Jack, you've got to wake up. And he's going to say, you can see again.
Or you know what? She goes back to the hospital to get those blinders taken off, and as soon as she gets them taken off, she can see. She looks up and sees Patty in the room trying to kill Jack, and she saves Jack that way. She regains her eyesight. Jack regains his consciousness. Patty gets arrested.
I think that's what's going to happen. All right. Well, we got that solved. Thank goodness we didn't use any airtime for that, and we did that during the commercial break, Rod.
Absolutely.
We would never inflict that upon our wonderful friends who happen to give us a listen every now and then, and we appreciate it. Do you know there were 10 seasons of Columbo? I know that's dragging. 10 seasons
Ladies
of
and
Columbo.
gentlemen, the story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah, I forgot to change my name, though. That's the dumb thing about it,
In other words, you're admitting you're guilty, but we can't say.
We can't say who you are, but it's Fletcher. All right, kids, we got World Cup, we got baseball, more baseball, college football, so much college football. We're on the precipice. It is about that time. Big 12 Media Days, as soon as one of the Power 4 conferences start having their media days, that's when you know it's time to get serial. The truth is out there, buddy. Maybe. We're going to dig deep because I got a dirty, nerdy football website that I'm very excited about. Hang out with Ham Bone and me. Our little show is coming at you courtesy of the good folks over at Walk On Sports Bistro. Go check out their new bowls they've got. Golly, geez, I had the chicken. It was so delicious. The rice was perfect. The veggies, mwah. They also have a sweet lime chili shrimp bowl available now. So there is so much afternoon baseball on today because it's getaway day before the final weekend before the All-Star break. Tons of afternoon ball games today. Enjoy some baseball. World Cup kicks off at 2, I think, this afternoon. Late lunch, quarterfinal World Cup match, and walk-on. That's a pretty good combo right there, buddy. Walk On Sports Bistro, Airline Drive in Bossier City, Louisiana, north of I-220. And you'll find them also in Shreveport, Louisiana, on your east south of E70. All right, Hamblin, let's take a little time out here. We'll be back with more of the Sports World Early Riser portion of the show right after this.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Every morning, the Early Riser portion of our show is brought to you by Sports World. These guys are there morning, noon, and night, really, for everybody since 1973. Whenever you've had an athletic gear need, you've always been able to count on Sports World. Every single time. Helmets, cleats, starters blocks, javelins, you name the sport, they've been able to come through for you, and they continue to do so. Locally owned and operated Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. When you text the old Tim Fletcher Show, buddy, you're using the Live Oak Waste text line. Roy Walters' crew is ready to make sure you don't ever have to worry again about your trash. Whether it's at a business, a restaurant, retail center, apartment complex, you shouldn't worry about your trash. Leave that to Live Oak, man. 230-7125, liveoak-environmental.com, liveoak-environmental.com, 230-7125. Don't worry about your trash. Leave that to Live Oak.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Fox Sports plays here.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hambone Hampton. It's 6:26 on a gorgeous-looking Thursday. I hope that you and yours have a whale of a fun time today. Our little earlier riser portion of our program is coming at you courtesy of the fine folks over at Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. Your local uniform professionals since 1973. That is a doozy, buddy. An absolute doozy. 73. Had a conversation yesterday with a new friend about the 72, 73 era, what was going on in the world and all that good stuff. Of course, that's the Oakland A's were starting to lay down the law as the best team in Major League Baseball, but that's also when they set up roots for Sports World, 8809 Joella. Pretty stinking cool, man. 627. Roger, we might as well go ahead and do a little LSU update coming at you courtesy of the wonderful human beings over at Xmark Strength Equipment, xmarkfitness.com, the letter X, M-A-R-K, fitness.com. Xmark Strength Equipment, helping you become a better you. I mean, literally. How many of us in our lifetime, when we felt better physically, didn't just feel better mentally? You know? Like when you get sick, it just drags you down. You're not as funny as you usually are. You're not as pretty as you usually are, Rogers. You know, you lose that glow. It's tough. It's tough. Right. So help yourself get to the healthiest, best you possible with just a little strength and training equipment from Xmark Strength Equipment. How does a mustache hair get loose just while I'm talking? Thing just went rogue out of nowhere. That's exactly right, Ryan. I guess that's the definition of yes, it is. You know, we ought to check and see if Mike and the Baileys have maybe a new dumbbell they can call the Rogue. It just looks a little different, but it gets the job done. Xmark Strength Equipment, they'll open their doors.
Well, remember that rogue shark from Jaws had that Louisiana license plate inside its belly.
Yep.
So if anybody knows Rogue, it's our state.
It is our state. We are. I think there's some other examples of that as well, I think. X-Mark Strength Equipment, taking care of business. Well, Raj, it appears that there has been at least crisis averted for LSU legend Skip Burtman. Huge storms this past weekend in Baton Rouge. A tree that fell Sunday on his home could have been worse, his daughter said on Wednesday. This is in the Advocate today. A towering oak tree adjacent to the side of Burtman's home and driveway fell during a storm onto the garage and on one of his automobiles at the back of the house in the Riverbend subdivision south of LSU. Extensive damage to the garage. They already had that covered with a tarp in the car. The main part of the house appeared unscathed. Jody Burtman expressed her gratitude at the outpouring of support and concern for her father, who of course led LSU to 5 College World Series championships and later served 8 years as the athletic director. Skip Burtman, 88-year-old Skip Burtman said the house is okay, everything is fine. By Wednesday, the tree had been removed already. Yeah, I have a feeling that's probably... It was gone the next day. In 2004, the Burtman longtime residents had a fire in the garage that spread to both floors of the main part of the home, destroyed most of or much of his baseball memorabilia collected over the years. Burtman and his wife Sandy, who died in 2025, were uninjured in the fire. So there we go. Glad that Skip is okay, and glad that the house, which of course could be replaced anyway, is okay as well. He is, buddy, if you go through the old Mount Rushmore of LSU, and you include everybody that's associated with the programs, I think he's got to be one of them, doesn't he? Shaq, him, Burrow, and well, no doubt he's I'm saying like all-time LSU figures, coaches and players. Skip, Shaq, Burrow, and Billy. Oh, it's well. And
you have to. You've been around both of them in public.
And Shaq, I think you got to.
Because he's just
he's
the mountain by himself.
He is the son of a basketball universe.
And I think the fact that he has still endeavored himself down there, and he goes and he shows up, and the statue is there for
and he's
him.
He's not a Louisiana native. That's the other aspect of it. You know,
but
his affiliation with LSU began as he started his basketball
But when
career.
you're an Army brat and you grew up with a stepfather, you learn to adjust to different scenarios that maybe to other people, well, that's not his home. That's not his. But when you're an Army brat and you move and you're an only child and you're a stepdad who raises you in a military fashion, it's all about getting somewhere that the structure around you makes you a better person. And that's what LSU did for Shaq. And that's what Dale Brown did for Shaq. But to see him down there, you know, lifting the cheerleaders and high-fiving gymnasts that are up to his knee, no, you're right. By far, Pistol, him, Skip, Billy, if I had to just spit it out of my mouth like that.
So you say Pistol, Shaq, Billy, and Skip.
Yeah. With Joe right there.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Just because
if you introduce coaches into the mix, you have to include Skip. So that knocks one of the four off of a
and
player
then you have
only.
to add probably maybe Saban.
You know,
he changed the whole culture.
He
of the
did,
football
but
at LSU.
you know.
So yeah, that gets into a whole muddy thing there. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We'll let Adam decide that. He'll love to debate that.
That's a fun little debate, though.
No, it really is.
And then if you include coaches, who would be on the LSU?
It's just
Mount
that for
Rushmore?
60 years, when you thought of LSU football, you thought of one name. One Heisman winner,
Right.
one national championship.
He carried the torch for that program.
And then when you thought of LSU
decades.
basketball, you thought of one floppy sock.
Right.
And if the guy could have played as a freshman, there'd be no point total that anybody could have ever
probably the last of the Mohicans, Raj, as far as those that would still consider Pistol Pete one of the, if not one of the most 6-7 influential greatest LSU Tigers of all time.
And college basketball players.
He changed
everything.
everything. And so But the folks who are even like 50, 40.
They're probably leaning more toward Chris Jackson or something like that.
Yeah, they remember. They are probably at the verge of not remembering Chris Jackson.
And he's Mahmoud
Abdul Rauf.
Yeah.
But I mean, they know Shaq, and some of them only know Shaq because of late NBA and broadcasting.
But because he endears himself to LSU, now when you see Shaq, you think of LSU. Mm-hmm. It's not one of those where did he go to college again?
Yeah, he makes
no you ain't no bones about it where Shaq went.
Interesting.
It very is, yes. A very interesting topic.
6:34 the time. Ham bonus here, of course. The early riser portion of our show brought to you by Sports World. 8809 Joella, just off 3132, your local uniform pro since 1973. Our show also coming at you. Pow. Courtesy of the fine folks over at Daiquiri Express. And, Raj, I just have to say something. And it's not to denigrate somebody else. It's not to make someone feel bad about their product. I'm just saying, sometimes it's not fair. Like if you walked into a room, Raj, with Brad Pitt, it's not fair to him, who's used to so much attention, to have it split, maybe not quite so down the middle, unfortunately.
Come on now.
Right.
I mean, and Sophie Cunningham says she won't date somebody shorter or she hasn't met me.
Exactly. You're the one, Raj.
She'll be pointing at me like
exactly.
that. Come on, little man.
Well, that's kind of the way I feel about some of these places, that think they're going to start serving a frozen drink. And you're like, boy, that's so cute. That's so nice. God bless you.
Oh, I like a lot of sugar.
Yeah, bless your heart. But I did. There was somebody that had just a lemonade concoction, and everything else they have is fantastic. They ventured into this, brought in a machine for it, and I took a sip of it, and I was like, my gosh, this is absolutely undrinkable. Like it was so sweet that it was not refreshing, and it covered up whatever lemon flavor there was, and I'm like, it literally is like drinking, Karo syrup.
That's why I said sugar.
That gave me a little bit of the woozy doozies.
Yes.
And so I'm like, no, this is not Daiquiri Express.
No, it's not.
There's a difference. Folks who have been doing this thing for decades and do it with quality ingredients and know that their customers expect nothing but the best in frozen concoctions. Well, that's what you're going to get. When you have a family-owned and operated business, they are going to care so much about the product. And so, buddy, when it's time for you to have a relaxing frozen concoction, you know where to go. Daiquiri Express. Johnson family are good folks. 6:37. Our little radio endeavors continue right after these commercial messages.
Every morning, the early riser portion of our show is brought to you by Sports World. These guys are there morning, noon, and night, really, for everybody since 1973. Whenever you've had an athletic gear need, you've always been able to count on Sports World. Every single time. Helmets, cleats, starters blocks, javelins, you name the sport, they've been able to come through for you, and they continue to do so. Locally owned and operated Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132.
Spell Brothers Lumber, our Tech Tuesday sponsor, has done some nice work for you there. Robert J. Wright, radio legend. They've installed a door and 6 windows, Robert. You love these guys.
Over a year ago, new windows and a new front door. Been through all 4 seasons, winter and summer both. Winter and summer, substantial, especially in winter, substantial energy savings. And I may not have mentioned last time, big deal, big tax break on that installation also. SpellBrosLumber.com.
If you've got a family event coming up soon, that means someone has to plan a meal. Make sure that meal includes a honey-baked ham. Everyone will be fat and happy after eating their share of honey-baked ham. But they're more than just a ham store. They have a great deli as well. Soups, salads, and a lunch special of a ham or turkey sandwich, a cookie, and a drink for less than $12. Honey Baked Hams, 5739 Uri Drive in Shreveport. To learn more and to see their great menu selections, go to myhoneybakedstore.com.
Are you familiar with Sports Cards of Louisiana, Shreveport Bossier's premier sports card and TCG store? That's right. Buy, sell, trade sports cards, Magic, and Pokemon. They're a Topps Direct MVP account, Topps Buyback Redemption Program, Play Pokemon store. They're a Fanatics Collect Direct Submission Shop, games, workshops, Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, paints and supply, Magic the Gathering Friday every single week. They have Commander Night plus Pokemon Play on Sundays at Sports Cards of Louisiana, 3000 North Market Street, Suite 178.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger.
Good morning, everyone. It's 6:39. Do you know where your ham bone is? He's right there. What do you say, Raj? Hey, boy. Early riser portion of our show brought to you by Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. I'm in a good mood. Hambone's in a good mood. I hope you guys are in a good mood, but I can tell right now that if you're not in a bad mood and it's because of your plumbing problem, I get it, buddy. Is there anything more like, oh, no, than waking up to a plumbing problem that you're just wanting to go to work, get the kids off to camp or whatever, and you've got this to deal with now? And you just, I started going through oh gosh, how is this going to affect the rest of the day? How much is this going to cost? When is it going to be fixed? Do I have to come home and do this? Am I going to have to go?
So you got questions.
All because you got something that
Yeah.
you show up and there's something dripping under your sink.
Yeah.
Like, how does this happen? It was fine last night, and boom, it just
Yeah, what happened? Overnight.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, there is some good news that can come out of this dark cloud that just popped over your home, and you didn't ask for it. No one did. No one asked for plumbing problems, man. But doggone it, when life deals you one of those suckers, it's good to have the trump card of Bobby L. Green Plumbing Team. 318-631-0235. 318-631-0235. I don't think that these guys have ever come across a plumbing problem they haven't been able to conquer. So go forth, ye, and get your plumbing problem conquered at Bobby L. Green Plumbing. 318-631-0235. Hambone.
And that's Green with an E.
Green with an E. One of Houston Astros greats, Detroit Tiger, all-time great, Justin Verlander.
I still have – it still trips me out. I know what all he did with the Stros, but when they were showing all the highlights once he announced his retirement, it was all an Astros stuff because he won the 2 championships with the Astros and he won a Cy Young with the Astros.
Yep.
And I kind of forget that, to be honest with you. But then I see Kate Upton and I go, hey.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy. So, yeah, I think of him as a Detroit Tiger. That's weird about it. But everything he did for Houston, you couldn't ask anything more. And here we are at the trade deadline again, and we're looking for a starter and an experienced veteran. That's why I've said all along, from Randy Johnson to Justin Verlander, the Astros are not afraid to go after a veteran who's on another team that is just wasting his talent for the second half of the season.
How awesome would it be if Verlander finishes his career and helps the Astros win the West?
Yeah. But right now, it's funny. I was talking to Greg about it yesterday when the news broke. And
you're talking to who?
I'm not even going to do it because since we're talking about somebody whose career is over, I just don't want to.
Wow, that's nice.
I know. I went to go check on Greg, to be honest with you. That's why I'm not going to jump on him right now with the crowd because when
he's going through the school.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh, he's talking about a big old sack of sugar. That ain't what he's got. He's got the other thing you thought I was going to say.
Oh boy!
So I went down there and spoke with him. I was like, "Hey, man, I saw what's going on." Yeah, and he said the game plan was, and still is. He was injured, so he didn't get to. He hasn't played this year. The game plan is for him to start and pitch one final home game in Detroit before the season's over, even if it's a half inning or it's one batter. just to say he finished his career as a Tiger and then pull him. So Greg said he didn't know when that was going to be because he is injured, but that the game plan is one of the last homestands for Detroit. So I don't think they are going to trade him. They're going to keep him. And Greg said whenever he can pitch, it might be one pitch, he said. But as long as he registers as a Detroit Tiger, that's when he's going to retire as. So, you know, it was a topic around the building yesterday. And then from the other room you hear, our 7-hitter can't hit. Puff, we weren't talking about the Orioles. Well, he can't hit. What? We weren't even talking. Okay.
He's also going through some stuff because the Orioles are apparently possibly.
But Verlander, I mean, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, just the career he had, even watching from afar. You know, you knew he was one of the best every time you saw him take the mound. So, as an Astros fan, appreciate everything he did for the organization. And again, I look up and every major highlight of his career, he had an Astros shirt on, you know, except for a couple of Cy Youngs in Detroit. But as far as the 2 world championships and the Cy Young in Houston, I was like, oh, man, they got him in a lot of orange. But hell of a career. And I loved his quote because it ties into the Moneyball thing that we're all told when we can't play anymore. Some of us are told at 18. Some are told at 40, but we're all told. And he kind of chimed in on that with his comment of, you know, I was going to hang around until time told me it was time to go. He goes, in these last couple of months, time has told me it's time to go. I just thought that was he knows, hey, man, let me rehab in the off season. No, this is it. The old body tells you when, and the game tells you when. And so, hell of a career. It was a pleasure watching that man work, and just good luck to him. And I hope he does get to at least pitch in a Tigers uniform one more time.
And apparently, everybody that ever played with him loves him.
And it's weird because he seems like he could be a jerk if you read him the wrong way.
For whatever reason, I get a Kenny Rogers vibe.
Remember
Kenny Rogers, the old Texas Rangers pitcher, who was just a jackass. I thought that he would kind of be more like that. And apparently he is like the first guy that had rookies, veterans, position players.
But you're
pitchers.
right. It does not
Everybody
feel that
goes
way.
to him for advice, and they love him to death, and he's free to get. He speaks with. If it's a high A pitcher that has no shot at ever reaching the majors, he'll spend 20 minutes with that kid as much as he would talking to Max Scherzer about stuff at the All-Star game.
Who he's starting against.
Right,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he appears to be just a really good dude.
Looking at him, he seems like a Ben Roethlisberger, just like a jerk. He looks like he could be just, man, you look like you're a jerk. But he's not. Yeah, you're not. Hey, you know what? When you were describing him right there, you know who I thought about? Drew Brees. Because remember how Drew would stay after practice? It might be the 4th or 5th receiver, but he's throwing to him because if you come into the game, he wanted you to know how the ball came off my hand, how when I throw it, here's where I put it. That's when you go from being just a good player to you're a great player to you're just a out-of-this-world player. When you know you're the best of the best and you take time with the people you know will never, ever scratch the bottom of your shoe as far as success and talent. And Verlander does seem that way. So, yeah, good riddance, buddy. JV, hell of a career, bud.
Helped you get 2 series, man. That's pretty stinking cool. Three Cy Youngs and a no-hitter and his 3,000th strikeout. I think all came while he was a Houston Astro. So, Justin Verlander – and is probably, and this is one of those things that kind of hit you upside the head, Raj. He's probably the last good shot at 300 wins, apparently, because he's at 260, and I mean, he's obviously not going to get there.
No,
but he was the last one who was even.
Scherzer is 220 something.
Something.
He ain't gonna make it.
He ain't gonna make it.
So we're getting now down to no 300 winners, 1 or 2 3,000 hitters.
And maybe one more 3,000 strikeouts.
Maybe.
But that sure seems like no.
Yeah. It's just and it's the way the game has changed, and you and I both know that.
Yep.
Pitchers don't go 9 innings more, so you can get those extra strikeouts. You know, you go. I mean, nowadays you're getting pulled if you're throwing a no-hitter.
A perfect game.
Yes.
Perfect games. Pulled after 6 innings.
When you and I grew up, we would have saw a fight between a pitcher and a manager right there on the mound. Sparky Anderson.
Right. That was not going to happen.
It was not good. Billy Martin.
You were not going to take Ron Guidry out of a game if he was throwing a no-hitter in the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Frank Tanana was not coming out of that ball game.
Banana. Yeah, we saw Billy and Reggie fight in the dugout. Imagine if you're on the mound pulling Catfish Hunter. No, not happening.
All right, Ron.
But yeah, that's another one. OG, JV, OG.
Yeah, he is. Well, I have more baseball. I know we're almost back on time. So we'll take a quick time out. Apparently having AM signal problems yet again today. So we apologize for that. Of course, there's the FM side of things. And you can download the 1130 The Tiger app, and you're always on. Download the 1130 The Tiger app. You can go to our Tim Fletcher Show Facebook page, Tim Fletcher Show YouTube channel, streaming there, crystal clear sound, buddy. The early riser portion of our show brought to you by Sports World 8809 Joella, just off 3132, your local uniform pro since 1973. Sports World, getting the job done, son. For your football gear needs from head to toe, trust the pros over at Sports World. Our show also coming at you courtesy of the fine folks over at Bailey's Jewelers, East Texas, in front of Pierre Beauger Mall. Gary Bailey, Paul Little, and the fellows are over there, and the ladies over there are here to help you in your gift-giving process. Fellas, if you are completely dumbstruck on what to do, just go to Bailey's, give them an idea of, here's what she looks like. She's got to think this color here. Don't ask me what color her eyes are. I think they're green-brown. She's got skin color kind of like mine, except not. Like a little darker than most. Yeah. Give them a little bit of a palette to work with. And they'll come up with something that'll be a gorgeous stone that will look fantastic dangling around your lovely wife's neck in a beautiful new necklace for her birthday. Look at you being the hero by just going to Bailey's. East Texas, in front of Pierre Beauger Mall. Gary Bailey, Paul Little, super duper good fellas. Been doing this for about 4.5, 5 decades, man. That's pretty cool. We'll be back right after this.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
How much do I love my Silverado LTZ 1500 Texas Edition? Well, almost too much to squeeze inside just 30 seconds. Could it be because of the wireless device charging? That's absolutely a big deal because my iPhone is kind of busted up where the charger goes, so I just stick it where the wireless device charger goes, and boom, my phone gets charged so quickly. There's so many cool things. Even the little things make it great. Silverado from Chevyland. Together, let's drive.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. You can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. Spain is currently trading at over 17% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $580 if they win soccer's biggest prize. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code TURF to get $10 when you trade $10. KALSHI. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, information, see calshe.com/regulatory.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for LSU sports.
Hello? Who is it? Is it Voo you're looking for? Raj, it just seems like it was yesterday when I was tooting my Vuvuzela for the first time. Everybody remembers their first time tooting their Vuvuzela. I mean, come on. Come on now. Tell Pinocchio a lie. But the World Cup is back in action, buddy. Who was I talking to yesterday? Oh, golly geez. They said that, how do they word it? That they have given it everything they've got and just can't get into it. And I was like, I said, as in like the sport or like the event or like you can't even get into the patriotism. And he goes, oh, no, that, sure. He said, but no, like once the games begin, I'm like, I just don't like the game. I'm like, okay. And that got me to thinking, Raj. I mean, it's almost become kind of like you don't want to have to admit it to anybody publicly. I don't like soccer. What? All of a sudden you're, what's his name, Raj? Oh, gosh. Donald Sutherland. Oh. Yeah. Pod people pointing me out. He said he doesn't like soccer. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you proclaim that in front of the wrong people, all of a sudden you're ostracized. How can you not like soccer? Well, it's pretty easy. I don't like cricket. And not my first wife. She is very likable. I love cricket. She's awesome. But the sport, I don't get it. There's nothing about it that looks intriguing to me. It looks way too confusing. I don't care to learn it. So I am here to proclaim I don't like cricket. And so if the U.S. all of a sudden had a great cricket squad and cricket became so popular worldwide and we were watching it every single weekend around here and our U.S. squad was getting ready to knock off Pakistan for the greatest upset in cricket history, yeah, I'd be caught up in the enthusiasm of the sport. But no, not about that. That's the sport. Just the patriotism, sure, but not, Because I think, Raj, you're kind of in that boat. You're not a soccer guy, but you want the U.S. to win. But outside of that, is the event kind of over for you now? Like,
As far as the fan interest, as far as the country thing.
All right.
But I still can see that, hey, they're Michael Jordan. Their Magic Johnson is still playing. Mm-hmm. The Messis, the Hovland. I mean,
you say they're Michael Jordan. They're Michael Jordan.
Yes,
they're Michael
Michael Jordan.
There's like 5 of these countries or 4 of these countries.
Each team has their
Michael
superstar.
Jordan. Right.
Yes. So that part I'm still intrigued by, but that little extra tingle of patriotism, that's kind of gone,
extinguished.
Yeah, and just because I'm an American.
Right. And you're in soccer's not
on even though radar. I coached it and Lauren played it and I loved it, it's still not that. Probably the equivalent of that to me right now, but not on much as a scale because like you said, with cricket, I have no idea what's happening half the time. Probably the sport that has taken the country by storm that I could probably learn to get it, just don't want to. That's pickleball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a miniature version of tennis. And I get it why people are doing it. Our boy T-Dub, good at it, keeping him fit. I could understand pickleball more than I could cricket, but I care about both of them about the same.
We've had Wimbledon on one of our monitors every day when ESPN goes to it.
I would do that and watch that before the pickleball.
Yeah. I have never watched a pickleball match.
I haven't either.
Not one time.
I've heard people talk about it.
I've seen it like in passing, oh, there's a pickleball point. I'm like,
I've seen the medicated commercials to help you play.
Right.
But it's not about the pickleball. It's about, you can walk again.
I think I'm with you on that one, Raj. I don't care anything about it.
That's just kind of how
I have had opportunities. Hey,
and I'm sure you and I could get out there. We'd probably be good at it because you ain't got to run as much as you do in tennis.
Sure. Got to do this and this.
Yes.
And I think that's another thing that kind of makes me not want to watch it, be a part of it. Like, I could get in there right now and be pretty good. Dude, I'm 61. I can't do anything. And I could be good at a sport now. That sport's not a very big sport then. Let's just call it what it is, man. That if now at 61, you could drop me and say, hey, you could be a G leaguer right now. I'd be like, whoa. I told you I was on a growth spurt. You guys didn't believe me. You know, everything's been rejuvenated. RejuveMeMedical.com.
That's why, and Xmark.
RejuveMeMedical. But, yeah, I mean, I don't care about pickleball because it seems like you and I could go do it and be good within, like, a week.
And I think that's why lately you have picked up golf again because it's not easy to do, and you're not ever going to really be good at it.
Right.
But you enjoy doing it, and you know you can at least try to get better.
And every shot is a chance to
do something different.
For me, it's a chance to do better than